Hey there, everybody. We're back with another weekly update, and this one's actually pretty special. So today, actually just this morning, we hit 1,000 YouTube subscribers on the CoderJourney channel, so that's really awesome. My goal was to have that done within a year of first launching the channel, and it's been almost 10 months to the day that I actually posted the first video, so that's super awesome, and I could not be happier with that, and couldn't have done this without your support, so I really thank you for that. This last week has been an interesting one, to say the least. So the web app challenge still going pretty slowly because I have so many other things on my plate, but thankfully I'm making some progress now. So I was writing my kind of dynamic form submission handler application as my first sort of attempt into software as a service kind of thing, and I think this will be useful for agencies, but I was writing that in Go, and I really liked what I was coming up with, but it was taking forever for me to do things because I'm kind of unfamiliar with the best practices in Go, because that's just not what I do in my day-to-day, and it's a little bit foreign from my day-to-day experience, which is in Ruby. So I actually kind of pivoted that, and I moved over to working on this in Elixir, and a little bit of that is because I can leverage the packages that exist in Elixir like Phoenix for doing a lot of the web application stuff. So I can work on the domain logic, and then I can handle the request parsing logic, and all that business can kind of be done by packages that are meant to do this, and I don't have to search around and try to figure out like which one's the best one for this. I can kind of go with what the de facto standard is. So that was really, really helpful, and it only took me a couple hours to make the Elixir version of the application surpass the Go version of what I was trying to build. So that I'm pretty happy with that. The CoderJourney.com website redesign still not finished, so I guess I should apologize for that. I was hoping to have that done by today. It's quite a bit closer though, and I don't know if I mentioned this last time or if I hadn't run into this yet, but I ran into some issues trying to support AMP, or the Advanced Mobile Pages feature by Google, and that was that I can't use forms. So I have a newsletter sign-up form on the website that I'm switching to, I wanted to be able to use that on the static site too, but unfortunately I needed to be able to use an actual form for that, and AMP doesn't allow that unless it's a very specific kind of form, and I'm using MailChimp, and MailChimp doesn't work for this. So that was a pretty big bummer for me, and I didn't run into that until I had most of the application built. Thankfully, the static site generator that I'm using, Hugo, recently released a version that supports doing multiple output formats, and they did this almost entirely, I think, for the sake of Advanced Mobile Pages, and they wrapped that into the package just kind of out of the box, so I had to upgrade Hugo and regenerate the site I was working on. And it put me in a good spot to just kind of extract out some views and put them in different spots, and then I'll be good to go. So I spent quite a bit of time working on that and trying to figure out what I was doing. And I'm still a little unfamiliar with some of the things in Hugo, but I've got that nearly done. I basically, at this point, just need to finish the landing page, and then I'm pretty much good to go. So hopefully I will have that done by the next time we talk, but I feel like I'm saying that every week at this point. I think the last real notable thing that I have to talk about is that I'm speaking at a conference next week, giving 2 talks. So a lot of my time is going to be going into making sure that those are the best talks that I can possibly give. So that is going to also take up some of my time. So next week's weekly update, I'm not expecting to have any groundbreaking sort of stuff. I am expecting to have the static site launched and my talks really buttoned up. But beyond that, probably not too much. But once again, thank you for the 10 months of support. And I guess I've maybe never mentioned that newsletter thing before, and I haven't actually published a newsletter in a while. But if you're not on the newsletter and you want to be, head over to CoderJourney.com and you can sign up right there on the homepage. But like I said, thanks for all the support. It really means a lot. And the YouTube comments are great. And I feel like people are learning, and it's good. So just let me know where you kind of want to see the channel go, and like what your favorite part of this last 10 months kind of been, or what the biggest thing that you've learned is. But anyway, just have a nice week.